objective function is what? In dual, what is the objective function? Right? So you see there are some points. Here primal and dual, you see correspondence between primal and dual you see. So in primal, objective function is always what? In primal, objective function is maximization, and this is denoted by ZP. And in case of dual, you see objective function is minimization, and this is denoted by, and here primal, this one is called the requirement vector, and in dual this is price vector, right? And next in primal, coefficient matrix, because you see when problems are given, first we write it into the matrix form and we write it coefficient matrix, right? So in dual, this one will be what? Transpose of the coefficient matrix. In dual, you see the point number 3, how to distinguish primal and dual, means one linear programming problem is given, then point number 1 is what? Objective function is maximization, and this is denoted by ZP, P means primal. In case of dual, this objective function is minimization, and this is ZD, D means dual. Next, here in primal, this vector is called the requirement vector. In dual, this vector are called the price vector. Next, when we write in primal, this is the coefficient matrix, because first we write it into the what? Matrix form, then this is called the coefficient matrix, and when we write into the dual, then we find out its transpose of the coefficient matrix, right? Next, number 4 point is what? Constraint with sign what? Less than or equal to. Why? Because objective function is maximization. Then all constraint sign should be what? Less than or equal to. In case of dual, constraint sign is greater than or equal to. Next one is primal, this is the relation, and dual, this is the variable. Next one is what? In primal, this is the ith inequality, and then this ith inequality, then in case of dual, this is the ith variable. Next, number point 7 is what? Ith constraints and equality, and this is ith variable, the wi unrestricted inside. And in case of primal is variable, then in dual, this is the just relation. Next one, number point 9 is what? Ith variable xi greater than 0, then this in dual, this is the relation strictly inequality. And number point 10 is ith variable xi unrestricted in sign, and then dual ith constraint strictly equality. Next, number 11 point is in primal, ith slack variable positive, and dual ith variable is 0. Next, 12 is ith variable 0, then ith surplus variable is positive. And next, this is the important one. In primal, finite optimal solution, then in case of dual, finite optimal solution with equal optimal value of the objective function. And the next one is in primal, unbounded solution. So if the primal problem is in unbounded solution, point number 14 is very important one. Primal problem, suppose unbounded solution, then in case of dual, no solution or an unbounded solution. So sometimes objective type question. In primal problem is suppose unbounded solution, then is dual gives or an unbounded solution, or gives an feasible solution or bounded solution like this. So this is the identification of the primal and dual. And of the following LPP, means linear programming problem by using the dual. So makes z equal to 5x1 minus twice x2 plus 3x3, such that twice x1 plus twice x2 minus x3 greater than or equal to 2, 3x1 minus 4x2 less than or equal to 3, and x2 plus twice x3 less than or equal to 5. Primal form or not? This is the standard primal form or not? Second problem is standard primal form or not. Means solve the following LPP by using S dual. Right, using S dual. Means what? First you convert it into the dual. So when you will convert it into the dual, so first what we check? Whether this problem is standard primal form or not. Anyone? Arbaz?
One of the equations and because this is my equation, it will be less than or equal to.
Yes, good. So here you see first inequality is greater than or equal to 2. So first you convert it into less than or equal to. Right? So minus twice x1 minus twice x2 plus x3 less than or equal to minus 2. Then this is the standard primal form. And next you write what? This is in, next you can convert it into the dual. Right? So how to convert, you know, there are 4 steps. First in the primal you write into the matrix form. Right? Then is then in dual this you write in the coefficient matrix, means transpose of the coefficient matrix, right? And role of the objective function coefficient and constant are interchange, and inequality is less than or equal to, then in its dual inequality will be greater than or equal to, right? Then you solve this. Here you see, this is the maximization problem. When you convert it into the dual, then this one will be minimization. Clear? So first you write it into the standard primal form, and then you use it dual. And after this you solve and find out its solution. What? Here objective function is what? First you see. Then similarly you find out its standard primal form. Right? Next you convert it into the dual. And next you solve it by simplex method. Then when you solve it by simplex method, then this gives us the solution of the dual. Next our aim is what? We need the solution of the primal. So solution of the primal, you will write how to read the solution of the primal. I have given the theory. Okay, you will try to solve. Tomorrow you will give what will be its answer. What is the value of x1? What is the value of x2? Right, and what is the maximized z value will be what? Max z will be what? All of you will solve this.